front, do we? Hi, I'm Nathan.
And I'm Aaliyah.
We wanted to talk about just our journey in life. So we thought today we'd talk about taking risk, which we did a lot of this year.
Some of it well, some of it not so well.
Yeah. We got married a little over a year ago.
Yep.
Got pregnant
After we were married.
after we were married, barely. And then I decided it'd be a great job at the beginning of the year to quit my day job and start a business. So that was definitely, for me, the biggest risk I took this year. So that was challenging. For you, what's been the hardest part of the journey so far this year?
Well, we went from having two incomes, we were both working full-time corporate jobs, just paid for a wedding, just found out we have a baby on the way, and then it's down to one income, and we had mapped out exactly what our budget was going to be, and can we make this work, and it looked like on paper that we could. But I think the most challenging part was just each month, the fears that would come up when it doesn't look like it was on paper, and unexpected things would come up, and it was just challenging to embrace the risk and not kind of want to run back into safety and get another job.
Why were you okay with me doing that?
I don't know. I still haven't figured that one out. I mean, I love you, but my heart overtook my mind.
Well, let's talk about that. How? Because you were very supportive, and you are very supportive. And I've heard stories of wives that are not so supportive. So I'm just curious to kind of dig into that. What enabled you to overcome that, to where you were supportive, and you absolutely were supportive. You didn't waver from that at all.
You say were, am I still?
Are,
okay,
continue
good.
to be, will be in the future.
Making sure. I think, one.
Because you said there's a struggle, there's a battle there. What helped you, that internal struggle between your mind and your heart?
Well, I think one thing I've learned about men in particular, they love having a challenge and conquering and going after challenging things. And I learned that from my dad too, just growing up in an entrepreneur family, who took a lot of risk. And I learned the value of following who you are and the core that you are, and how, especially for men, if you're not doing that, it can just really make you wither, and a lot of men just kind of lose their focus and their adrenaline and their drive and their passion, and everybody in general, not just men, but specifically men, in the sense that it's more obvious when they're struggling and they're at odds with who they want to be and who they are and conquering things, but yet feeling tied down, like they can't do that. And I think a family and a wife and family in general shouldn't be something that ties you down, but that encourages you. And so I think just having that core belief, even though it doesn't look pretty and it's hard, it was easier for me to just fall back onto that at the end of it, I love you and I embraced who you were when we got married, and I wanted to encourage you to be what makes you happy.
That's good. Yeah, I definitely felt that support from you. I think for me it was that I've been through that many times, being in positions where I wasn't challenged, or I wasn't taking on the challenges that I wanted to, or moving in a direction that I wanted to. And for me, that I don't know, that makes me miserable. So, but kind of like you said, like it's for me, part of the struggle was like the responsibilities I have, but also the things I want to achieve for myself, but also for my family, is really the reason why I want to achieve it for myself, is because it provides for the family.
Well, so how did you balance that, responsibility piece of it and providing, and yet daring to give up the security of financial check every week, to go after something bigger?
I think I don't see a check every week. It's most people view a 9-to-5 job as risk-free. I don't see it. So that's one thing. Is my mindset's different. I don't see a 9-to-5 job as risk-free. There's risk inherent in it. You are risking. You're placing a bet on everybody else in that company to make the right decisions for that company to exist and for them to make the right products, for people to sell the products, etc. So, and there's obviously all kinds of factors there, but I don't think it's as risk-free as most people see it. So that's one thing, is everything's risky, but why not take a risk that is going to make you come alive and bring you ultimate fulfillment? So that's part of it. The other part of it is just practical things like having money in the bank, having savings, getting into a position financially to where you can take that risk. And then also feeling like if it doesn't work out, I can always go get another 9-to-5 job or do something. So kind of having those practical things to support during it and things to fall back on help give me the courage to do it. But I think a big key was, Tony Robbins talks a lot about this, that your my why for why I wanted to do it was stronger than the reasons not to. And you have to emotionally get yourself to a place where like you believe more in taking the risk than not taking the risk. Like for me, that's like I'm going to be more miserable and more unhappy, but have more financial stability over here, or over here I'm going to have less financial stability, but I'm going to be more fulfilled and more challenged, and
that's good.
And potentially bring about all the things that I do want for a family.
That's good. What advice would you have for men out there who may be facing the same struggle in one way or another to include their wives in this journey and to express security and love and safety to their wives while going through something like this?
Communicate. I think that's a big part of it. Something that's been...
I didn't hear you.
Something that's been very necessary for us to be able to have gone through the last 9 months since I quit my job. So...
Has it been that long?
Well, almost. But communicating well in advance, here's what I want to do. So I let you know months before, here's where I'm at with this job and what I want to do, and here's what I'm thinking. Right? So you're not... So you...
I'm going to say
you had
30-day notice maybe?
I gave you more than a 30-day notice. It was a good 35-day notice.
You put the ring on and then you said, hey babe.
Hey babe, by the way, that's right. I had to lock it in and then, then jump.
Here's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
No.
So, but communicating early, like what's happening with me, I think that was helpful. Like here's what I'm thinking I want to do in a couple months.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm going to go after. So you're not surprised and shocked, and I just turn around one day and say, hey, I quit my job, honey. Here's what I want to do. So once you're prepared for it.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. And two, explaining why it's important to me and what I want to accomplish, what I think I can accomplish with it, with the entrepreneur venture. And then throughout the journey, explaining what's happening. I don't think I've done that as good as I could have, but all throughout it. But I think that's another key, is just continuously letting you know what's going on. And
I would say...
So you're along with the journey with me, which helps me a lot too, not feel like I'm just out on my own, because it is a very kind of lonely road, or can be.
And that was the other point I was going to say is you helped me see how, your dreams, or what started out as your dream, tied into where our family goals were, and like my goals and my personal dreams as well. And so I think helping share your vision to your spouse so that they can see how that vision benefits all of us, our family, our kids. Like, it helps us reach the goals that we have long term as a family and individually for me too. So I think that was important, that when I was able to see beyond just short term and into the long term, I'm able to kind of feel a part of that journey, and like there's something in it for all of us.
Yeah.
We're in it together.
Yeah, that's good. Think big.
You're welcome.